If you want to know who she truly is, watch these two things quietly, closely. Step 1. How she handles freedom when no one is watching. A woman's truest self is not revealed in the spotlight, where eyes are on her and expectations shape her every move. It's exposed in the quiet corners of her life, the moments that go undocumented, unpraised, and unfiltered. If you want to understand her character, watch how she moves when she believes no one is paying attention, because that's when the masks drop, the performances end, and the real choices surface. There's a certain honesty in solitude, a rawness in freedom that doesn't exist in curated environments. Some women behave out of image control, not inner conviction. They wear discipline like a borrowed dress, only when they know they'll be seen in it. But when no one's watching, when no one is clapping or commenting, that's when integrity or the absence of it quietly speaks. If she uses that freedom to blur lines, to entertain attention that doesn't belong to her, to entertain messages she'd hide if you were around, that's not liberation, that's betrayal disguised as independence. The strength of her character lies in what she chooses when she's unmonitored. It's in the private decisions, the ones you'll never know about unless the truth slips through the cracks. Ask yourself, does she seek validation in rooms you're not invited to? Does she need constant admiration to feel relevant, even if it risks what's sacred between you and her? That's not a woman who's loyal. That's a woman who's leasing affection to the highest bidder. Real character is invisible to the untrained eye. It's not in how she smiles at you when things are good. It's not in the posts she makes about loyalty. It's in whether she closes emotional doors behind your back. It's in how she speaks of you when you're not around to correct the story. It's in whether she upholds your bond like a standard, not a convenience. Freedom doesn't change a woman, it reveals her. It doesn't corrupt what's already whole, it just magnifies what was already missing inside. A woman who is anchored in values doesn't need supervision to be faithful. She doesn't treat loyalty like a cage, she treats it like a code. Step 2. How she treats you when she no longer needs you. There's a subtle moment in every connection that reveals everything. The moment she no longer needs you. Not financially, not emotionally, not socially. When the excitement fades, when the chaos settles, when she finds her own rhythm and realizes her life doesn't orbit around you. That's when the test begins, quietly. Without warning, some women only know how to be kind when they're attached, their softness is tied to benefits, and their affection is fueled by gain. But the true measure of her character lies in how she handles you when you offer her nothing but your presence, when she no longer depends on you for her smile, her stability, her storyline. That's when her treatment of you becomes deeply honest. It's stripped of incentive, it's untouched by need. And what's left is either grace or hidden resentment finally set free. If she shifts into distance the moment she stands on her own, if her tone hardens, if her patience thins, if her words become short and dismissive, it wasn't love, it was leverage. There are women who hold you gently when they need you, but the moment they no longer do, you become disposable. Not because you've changed, but because your usefulness has expired. This is the kind of shift that stings not because of the silence, but because of the contrast. The same woman who once admired your thoughts now avoids your voice. The same woman who once sought your presence now avoids your energy. And it's not loud, it's gradual. It's in how she cancels plans without guilt. It's in how your messages go from being answered immediately to being ignored with ease. The subtle detachment isn't an accident, it's a reveal. And there are women, rare and rooted, who still treat you with care even after they've outgrown the need. They don't change the tone of their voice when speaking to you. They don't rewrite the past just because they've outgrown the present. They don't shift from love to indifference just because the dependency has dissolved. Their respect is not circumstantial, it's consistent. They may not need you, but they still see you. They still honor your presence, still speak your name with softness, still carry the history between you without bitterness. Because for them, you were never just a stepping stone, you were a part of the story, and they don't burn pages just because the chapter ends. You don't need to be useful to be treated with dignity by these women, and their character doesn't inflate and deflate based on what you bring to the table. It's steady, it's graceful, it's intact. You'll see the truth of her spirit not in her most affectionate moments, but in the moments after detachment, when nothing binds her to you, when she's free to forget you, free to mistreat you without consequence. That's when you'll know what kind of woman she truly is. And that's when you'll realize whether you were valued as a human being or simply held as a placeholder. Because love isn't hard to show when it's needed, but when it's no longer convenient, that's where the illusion falls apart or the truth steps forward. So if you truly want to know a woman's character, don't get lost in how loudly she loves you. Observe how quietly she honors you, not in moments where it's easy to be good, but in the silent spaces where choice is everything. Watch how she carries freedom. Does she protect what's sacred even when no one's watching? And watch how she treats you when you offer her nothing but presence. Does her respect stay, or was it borrowed from convenience? Because real character doesn't speak, it reveals. Not through words, but through patterns. And the ones worth trusting, you won't have to test twice.